This is groundbreaking.
I don't think anyone has looked at women's position in the global news media before, and in that sense it's a pioneering and path-breaking study.
This is an enormous undertaking.
Having a document like this makes you realize how far we have to go.
This is the first comprehensive global report examining the status of women in news operations.
This is the first time women in the news industry can get a comprehensive view of how they fit as workers in the news operation. Who makes the decisions, who is a reporter, who is at the governance board level.
The International Women's Media Foundation commissioned the study. It focuses on the challenges journalists still face around the world. Women in the media still have a long way to go.
The more vigorous the media is, wherever you talk about it, the more aggressive it is, the more transparent it is, and the more connecting it is to its audience, the more it will need us, women, female journalists and reporters, who can connect, who can transpire, who can bring the audience into the newsroom.
It took 2 years. Researchers went to 59 countries and interviewed 170,000 people. Led by Howard University's Dr. Carolyn Byerly, the research team examined more than 500 broadcast and print companies. They found vast inequities in newsrooms. In the Middle East and North Africa, men outnumber women 2 to 1 in newsrooms surveyed, and men earn 3 to 5 times as much as women in upper management. Men occupy nearly 75% of top executive jobs in news operations around the world.
It's definitely a glass ceiling.
Men hold 2/3 of the reporting jobs in newsrooms. In 1/3 of the nations studied, women face glass ceilings, invisible barriers being promoted to middle and senior management jobs. In Asia and Oceania, women hold only 13% of the senior management jobs, compared to 43% in Eastern Europe. Why?
When media organizations, private media organizations started in Eastern Europe, they gave women more of an opportunity than some of the traditional older organizations did.
You have to level the playing field in all ways that you can. But if there's anybody who I think sees this as much as anybody, it's ourselves in terms of the gender gap. Just everywhere we work, women are not treated equally.
We do not have enough women managers and editors-in-chief. We do not have enough women in decision-making positions, in the points, in the intersections where decisions are made. That's, I think, the main goal that we should be heading for.
I think this is one of the best things the organization has done. So bringing a spotlight, having a report that actually did take a global look at, just as a baseline.
This groundbreaking global report was released at the IWMF's International Women Media Leaders Conference in Washington, D.C.
What this conference has shown and what the study has shown is that there is a real need for an organization like this. The fact that women are still paid less than men, still very poorly represented in the senior levels of media organizations around the world, shows that we need to do more.
Top women executives from around the world gathered to examine the report and create a plan of action to improve the status of women in newsrooms.
This conference is a launching pad for a sustained effort that will move the needle in terms of helping women progress in the news industry.
I feel that this is an amazing opportunity to connect with established women around the world and to learn from their experience and give them from mine and probably create some synergies together.
This conference has brought together the women from all over the world who are in the trenches, who are out there every day trying to find ways to keep journalism good, accurate, factual journalism alive.
As an editor, I thought it was important to be involved in a conversation that ensures that there will be women who come behind me. And as the only African-American female editor in the United States of a major American newspaper, I thought that I would have something important to contribute to the conversation.
Women understood here that while the global report showed that there are similar challenges and similar problems no matter what part of the world they work in, the solutions are not necessarily the same.
We think if we could improve the women's skills so that we have enough women at mid-level and top management, then they stand an equal chance of being recruited.
Moving forward, The IWMF will monitor the status of women in newsrooms and continue targeting critical areas to change.
Women who have been in the business a long time, successful women such as Judy, feel a little bit of militancy fatigue. You go to conferences, you talk about it, and then nothing gets done. So we were determined that delegates would walk out of this conference having done something and with homework to complete in the future.
We can get very concrete because that's what we have to be. We have to stop talking and start acting.
The IWMF will work with women delegates as they push forward the plan of action in their regions. Women have targeted everything from increasing the number of women in the newsroom and management to eliminating salary differences.
The fact that there's a plan of action that everybody knows, and IWMF and all of us are going to be held accountable for that.
The IWMF has created a roadmap for change in newsrooms around the world.
Well, I'm dreaming big, as I always do. I'm dreaming that we will do this in some way that starts to change the world on a bigger scale, in a faster way, and together.
I'm always optimistic. I don't know why. So I am this time, especially with all these wonderful women around me and hearing their experiences. The glass is more than half full.